Hey guys, this is Brian from Bulletproof Cycles, and this is part 2 of the ride to Randsburg on the YZ450FX. We just had lunch and everything, and I adjusted the suspension some more at this point. I went to about 18 clicks out from full stiff. As you can see already going through this washboardy stuff, the front end is just a lot more planet. These bikes, the way it came, I don't know if it was the stock setting or whatever, because you never know who puts these bikes together, but it was 10 clicks out from full stiff on compression, so it was pretty damn stiff. If you watch part 1 in the very beginning before I adjusted anything and compare bar movement to what it is right now, it's pretty drastically stiffer. Pretty much, if I was going to ride the bike motocross, I'd put it back to 10 clicks, because it would be perfect for motocross and hitting big jumps and stuff like that. But for this wide open desert, fire road kind of stuff, and then you'll see the video I post tomorrow, part 3, where we ride out to this radar station. There's a lot of like rocky hill climbs, rocky descents, and some sand washes with like hidden rocks underneath the sand. And you know, if you have your suspension that stiff, I mean, you're going to get a lot of deflection. It's just going to be a huge, workout trying to hang on to that bike and get it to be compliant. So I even softened the front end a little bit more after this ride when we got back to camp. So my current settings, I'm pretty sure 20 clicks out from full stiff. And like I said, the bars are a little high because it has a lower seat. So I already got my bars from ODI, who sponsored me with their grips. The McGrath bend is my favorite. It's a really low bend, and just for the way I ride, and since I use it on all my other bikes, it just makes it really easy to transition. But this bike, I really wanted to see how it was out of the box. A lot of people rant and rave about how awesome the bike was, and that was like one of the only things that they really didn't like was the high bars and the low tank, which would be kind of weird buying position. I kind of get what they're saying, because I feel like I was arm pumping out where I normally wouldn't, and it could be just from your wrist angle and all that kind of stuff. So that was the first section. Now this is like the second section going to Fireline Road or Powerline Road, and just a lot of fun. I mean, the fire road's fun to slide the bike and flat track around. Especially on this bike, because like I've said in the previous video, this bike has so much grip. Even standing up, you can really get the bike down low. And I don't know if it's the tires or the chassis or a combination, but just really confidence inspiring. So once we get going down Powerline up here, I'm about to come up to like the stopping point here and wait for everyone else. Yeah, like you can see, this bike is just so fun to turn and steer with the rear end. The fuel injection and everything works really well. And like I said, with this bike in this video, I'm on the stock maps. So on the left, you can see that little blue button there. I think at certain points you see the light on. Those are the two maps. So map 1, which is what I'm on right now with the light off, is the full power map. When the light is on, that is map 2, which is a little bit less power map for traction or whatever. On the 2019 and up FX models and the 2018 and up F models, Yamaha went to their Power Tuner app, which is a Wi-Fi app that connects to the ECU, and you're able to modify the maps in the bike. Now, you're not completely reprogramming the bike like, you know, an actual tuner like Get or Vortex or something like that. It's the base map is still the same. So map 1 is the full power map, and map 2 is the laid down map. So when you're putting these different, you know, quote unquote tunes in there, it's modifying on top of that base map. So if you don't know anything about tuning, you don't really know what you're doing, Yamaha was really smart and made it so that you can't destroy your bike. And what's really cool is you can put like the mild map on the mild tune, and it makes it even more laid down. Or if you go on the MX power, which is why I put in map 1, it makes a huge difference. But if it's too much for you, you can put it in the slower map also, and it'll be a little bit less gnarly. And you'll see all that in the next video. The bike even changes sound. Like, it's pretty gnarly how much of a difference they were able to get out of these different maps. And it's all over the internet if you want to go and look and see the little differences and everything. It's really easy to do. The only kind of pain in the ass about it is you have to get the CCU number off of the actual computer. The little tutorial video that I saw online said that the number is supposed to be on the inside of the stock muffler, which my bike did not have. So I had to pull the clutch side cover off, remove the connector, and pull the actual computer out and get the number, and that's the Wi-Fi password. And once you have that in your phone, then it automatically connects to everything. It's no big deal, but kind of a bitch the first time. Not sure why it doesn't say that in the tutorials from Yamaha, but maybe I'll do a video on it later for people that are kind of confused. But huge difference, and there's a couple different maps in there. For the FX, there's the MX Power, like I mentioned, the Torquey map, the Mild Power map, and the High Revving map. I haven't tried the High Revving map yet, or the Mild Power. I think I'm going to give that a shot the next time I take this bike out and just kind of see what they do. I put the MX Power on 1 and the Torquey map on 2, just for like hill climbs and lugging. And basically, when I get tired, I throw it in map 2 and kind of chill out, because the MX Power map thing just revs like a demon and just gnarly sounding, and really fun bike when it's on MX Power. It makes a big difference, because on the stock base maps, it's pretty smooth. With the MX Power, it wants to rip your arms out of the sockets, which is really fun. And once you get used to it, it's really fun to spin the bike everywhere, which you'll see in the next 2 videos. Let's see. On this ride, at this point, I'm starting to get really comfortable on the bike. I'm definitely tired because we're over 30 miles already at this point. It's 25 miles to Randsburg, and then obviously 25 back, depending on the route you take. I was really curious to see the fuel economy on this bike, because I ran out of WR250 way back, still at Powerline, right where we turn on to This Is 20 Mule Team on the way back. And this bike still hasn't had the light come on, but the light does come on up here when I'm about to turn on the Cadillac. And actually, on this ride back, our buddy G, who was on a 16 YZ450F, was on the right side over there and somehow got into like the barbed wired area and didn't see and ran into the barbed wire, and luckily didn't really get that hurt. Maybe broke a rib, went over the bars, and that's what this part is, me riding away from that. But it was pretty gnarly. I've never seen anyone do that. This is actually coming into camp. I just like to flat track that little area, and then after this I threw in some video of our buddy Spencer the barber on his little 50 farting around. Our camp has a cool little mini track and some little jumps, and we were just messing around. We were packing up. This is actually from Sunday. But thanks for watching. Get ready for these videos tomorrow. They're a lot more exciting with a lot more terrain, and we found a really cool little radar station that looks like it was a base or something. But yeah, we definitely got to explore some different areas, the boron mines. So look for that video. I'm going to try and get it posted tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.